Bad little dog, little ankle. Little ankle still in his feelings on this morning. Been a day later. Day later than a dollar short. So I'm not going to be on here long. I'm going to give y'all a good, probably about 15, 20 minutes of your time, if you will. Y'all, I was reading the Country Wayne comments, people in the comments crunk, little goofy, he's stupid, he go lose all his money. Y'all stay for the slow cooking. Amen. Y'all, that's why I have learned not to get so excited, amen, about the little things you see on the surface. Because things never turn out the way you think they are, especially in skit land and make-believe land. Never, never land. So this morning we're beginning to see a different side, well, the same side and different side of Anthony. Yeah, that crushed his little ankles when the lawyer said, it's not worse than you having a baby. What I hate about this is I think we finna see him start treating Kai and Shayla differently. He's gonna treat them a lot differently. He's gonna look at them more, to me, he may look at them more as a liability. Like, my son, you, Shayla, you're the reason. Just like when he turned up on Shayla and Honeypot yesterday. I think this is going to sever the relationship with Tamara and Denisha. Because one thing about Denisha, she a real one. She not going to let Tamara sit up and just go off on Anthony when she knows the full story. And that's why I'm dropping these skits. So, and let me speak on that. Some people upset, but some people, I have more people in the comments on my shorts giving a little bit of history of the Daltons, giving a little bit of history about Amber. I have more people saying, I don't know that. I didn't know that. I didn't know she did that. So before we pipe up, as Anthony said, on Anthony, before we pipe up and say Anthony just this horrible man, y'all need to go back and look at the surveillance. And when I say surveillance, for those who are new to my channel, when I say surveillance, I mean go back and look at the skits. Riri didn't make up the skits. Amber was trifling with a T when she first came to Skitland. But through the writing, through the years, they let her character go through a form of redemption. Let me repeat that. Over the years, the writer's pen, which is Amber's, gave Amber redemption, gave her grace, gave her a new look at life. Auntie, this is crazy. I've never heard that Amber could just give 50%. Aunt lawyer told him you want because yeah, he need to fire that lawyer. I think he need to fire the lawyer because the lawyer ain't followed up with him. Anthony lawyer, to me, Anthony lawyer nor Amber's lawyer ain't done nothing for this case. All we see is money being exchanged. We ain't seen no follow-up meeting. We ain't even did a mediation, y'all. Ain't they supposed to do a mediation? If you're not a Country Wayne fan, I'm going to take you out the chat. We ain't got time to misunderstandings. But if you, the lawyer ain't saying nothing. Neither lawyer on either side. The other one, she chasing her money. But y'all say Amber a baller. She chasing her money, the other lawyer. And this lawyer talking about she still get 50%. Make it make sense. Yeah, I'm still in bed. Let me get this to take care of myself. I just rolled up. Well, I cooked breakfast. But anyway. Yeah, it's going to be a misunderstanding. Everybody hype right now. You cannot get hype right now. You can't. You can't, y'all. It's too many unknown factors still out there. There's too many. Did y'all hear, though? Did y'all pick up where Anthony told Denanisha, I'm going to have to take you home to my family? This the part that made me mad about little uncles. You ain't took Amber home to meet your family. You ain't took the fans home to meet your family. Now you want to go meet your family, but this is all a part of the script, y'all. This is all a part of the build up. It looks like the fans, I mean, it looks like the writers may finally give Riri what she wanted, which is the backstory. What is Anthony's backstory? How did he grow up? Things like that. What made him such a sucker for love, or just a sucker? So I'm so excited. I hope he does take Denisha to meet his family. I want the backstory. I would love the backstory. Another nugget, and I'm using nugget. That's Sharon Rico DYI word. Let me see. I'm gonna say evidence. I'm not gonna say nugget. Another key, another key part of the evidence, amen, is when he mentioned the football. He mentioned the family today. So I'm thinking we finna get some family backstory. Denisha, what I like about Denisha, she sit back, listen, analyze, and then she quickly puts a game in play. She did it when she was running the streets and she was gaming, and she was telling the females how to game these dudes, and she's doing it now. She's very strategic. She's not quick. She's not emotional. A lot of the women in Skitlanta, they Lord have mercy. Ooh, all these mammals. No, I'm not from Africa. I ain't never been to Mississippi. We talking about country Wayne skits today. Okay. Oh, this could be a setup to Kai is Anthony's son. I'm telling you, generational wealth. I think Anthony, he gonna start questioning. Or Denisha may start questioning. What kind of DNA test you have? Anthony, yesterday, another key piece of evidence. Anthony said, no man, woman, or child. I told y'all that yesterday. Anthony said that because he's thinking in his head, like, I don't give a damn if it come down to Kai. I'm not going to lose. Everybody in the comments, in Country Wayne comments, everybody's so hype. Everybody's so, ooh, Anthony go get it. Anthony a goofy. Amber still go get paid. Y'all getting too excited too soon. This is not over with. Both of them did they dirt, and I don't care what nobody say. The fact that he got married under false pretense, it's gonna come up in this divorce. Everybody keeps saying it doesn't matter. It does. It does. Just like when you look at divorce court a lot and the woman want the ring back or the man want the ring back, it's all depending on who did what during the engagement. Sometimes the judge say, "Now you got to give him his ring back," and sometimes the judge say, "Now you cheated, you got to let her keep the ring." We talking about pre-marriage. I ain't no lawyer, I ain't no paralegal, none of that. But I'm telling you, it's gonna come up. It's gonna come up. You just can't erase something that egregious and say it doesn't matter. Yeah, I just seen the video, Teresa. And like I said, this is all a part of the build-up, y'all. This is all a part of the slow cooking. Denisha, mark my words. Denisha go help Anthony to be more strategic and less emotional. I will repeat, Denisha is going to be a key player in Anthony being more strategic and less emotional. She don't love Anthony. She's not in love with Anthony, but she know Anthony is a good guy. Even though y'all can say, "Oh, he cheating, he cheating." I'm telling you, she's not gonna help. She's not gonna help Amber. Trust and believe, Carrie. This about to get dirty. She ain't gonna help Amber. When she hear Amber bragging and Amber talking this, that, and the third, and it's gonna divide her and Tamara. Her and Tamara are about to be divided. This is gonna break up their friendship, and I would even beg to differ. I think Anthony might just say, "What's she paying you?" She paying you 5,000 a month. Oh, I'll pay you 10. Denisha bought her bread. If she can take 10 from Anthony and ain't got to worry about the podcast, ain't got to worry about no paper, she go do it. And right now, Anthony is in his feelings. Feelings don't leave no pieces. Right now, because Anthony is in his feelings, he might give her a Wayne deal. Maybe not 30 or 40,000 a month, but 10,000 ain't tricking if you got it. He could offer her double of what Tamara was paying her, just so Tamara had to do her own dirty work. That Tamara's business would not be going if it wasn't for Denisha, because she barely went to work when she was with Wayne. Let me read the comments. Teresa, Anthony got a phone. Keyport, his lawyer said she could still get 50% because of Kai. Now, if Kai isn't son, what happened then? Bam. Or she could help Amber. Anthony doesn't want to piss off Denisha. Now, he don't want to piss her off now. Teresa, yeah, she just told him to get with him and he got her. So, with that being said, Teresa, he could fire the lawyer and get another lawyer. I'm telling you, y'all, Denisha finna be a key player in this divorce. A key player in this divorce. Y'all spammers, get out of here. Ooh, I hate spammers. Y'all ain't got nothing else better to do. I mean, trolls, Carrie, this finna get good. This the home cooking we've been waiting on. But all y'all who pro Amber and Amber finna clean them out, the writers are letting y'all think that now. They're letting y'all think that. It's finna be a hell of a twist to this story. Amber and Anthony, today at the garage sale and stuff, I'm gonna hit y'all with the surveillance. I'm gonna hit y'all with some more surveillance. I got surveillance for those who y'all forgot. At the end of the day, y'all, Anthony love Amber. I know it ain't always looked like it. I know it ain't always came out that way. But at the end of the day, he may not know how to love Amber properly. He may not know Amber's love language. But mark my words, the Daltons are not over in my eyes. The Daltons is not over. I'm telling you what I know. Dave is not who he says he is. Dave got some skeletons. And Melissa know about them. Denisha not in love with Anthony, but she go teach Anthony how to man up. Anthony not gonna be no simp and have Denisha on his arms. Because Denisha not gonna have that. Denisha go help level Anthony up and say, hey, you need to be a man. She may be even the one that helps him to discover what he did not do with Amber. But there will be no Anthony and Denisha go off on happily ever after. There will be no no Amber and Dave happily ever after. I'm calling it today. It's not going to happen, guys. I don't care if it's 50 channels out there that's saying it is. It's not going to happen, guys. The Daltons are our storyline. The Daltons are the example, and I'm finna even take it further. I think, and I could be wrong, in the words of my Auntie Ron, stand to be corrected. The Daltons could, I'm going to say could. What if the Dalton relationship is the ultimate example of Jesus is popping? The ultimate example of something can be so dirty and God fix it. What if the Daltons are the example of no weapon formed against them shall prosper, what God put together, no man put asunder? I have said before, I don't think God put it together because it was a hot mess. But what if? What if, y'all? Both of them are broken. Both of them have been done wrong. Both of them are hurting and never been healed. Both of them. If you look at the end of that scene where Mike chose Rolanda when Amber was trying to seduce him, after they had some drinks. Only difference is Mike came to her house. She didn't go to Mike's house. And him and Ro weren't married, but they was in a deep relationship. If you look at the surveillance, at the end of that video, Amber was like, she was like in tears. You could see the brokenness on her face. That's all I'm saying, y'all. If if Dave would have beat the brakes off of Anthony, do y'all think Amber would have ran to Dave, or wish she would have ran to Anthony? Let me repeat that. If Dave would have beat the brakes off of Anthony, who would Amber run to? If Anthony was laying bloody by the pool, or Anthony was drowning and he couldn't swim, y'all think Amber wouldn't go jump in that pool and get him? If Melissa came and she attacked Amber, would Dave, if Amber made Melissa bloody, is he gonna go to Amber and wrap up her hand, or would he run to Melissa? I just want y'all to think different, that's all. I'm sorry, I'm not bandwagon. If you came to my channel for me to be a bandwagon for Anthony, a bandwagon fan for Amber, you at the wrong page. I just want you to think different. Think of my page, it's Apple. Amen. The Steve Jobs. I just want you to think different. And I'm going to call a spade a spade. And I'm going to tell it like it is. And sometimes I may change my mind. But the thing is to think different. Everybody hype about the lawyer said, she still gonna get the 50%. That's what the lawyer said. The lawyer said she still gonna get 50%. Anthony ain't gonna get nothing. If y'all think that, come on, man. Y'all seen the new skit, Diamond? Come on, man. If y'all think that this is over, if y'all think the little ankle done lost, if y'all think that Amber done won, as my grandmama used to say, keep on living. Keep on watching. A heap see, but a few know. You better watch as well as pray. My granddaddy used to say that. My Uncle Robert say that. A heap see, but a few know. You better watch as well as pray. Is you guys, you gotta watch. Sometimes we so busy, and this guy, I think I messed up with him too. He say, Shan, don't listen. Stop and listen. And originally when somebody tell you to shut up and listen, he didn't say shut up. He said stop and listen. Shut up, it would have made a misunderstanding. He said stop and listen. Sometimes in this world we don't stop. When somebody just blurt out a sentence, we are already on the attack before we listen. Listen to what both of them are saying. Go back and look at the surveillance, not just of Amber doing wrong, not just of, and the reason I've been dropping the skits or the rewinds with Amber is because a lot of y'all don't know this stuff happened. Y'all jumping to conclusions, y'all jumping on the Amber bandwagon, don't want her to be healed. Don't want her to be healed. Want her to just get another man. Don't want her to be healed. But you don't know the pattern of pain that she been through. Of men not choosing her in the end. They'll get a yes, ma'am. And Mike, as snake walk as he is, Mike was the only one that said, no, I'm going to stay with my woman. I'm going to stick with my woman. Watch the surveillance instead of trying to attack Auntie. Auntie just showing the people who don't know one time for the people in the back what happened. When Dave told friends him know your parents feel about marriage, Dave's parents isn't going to like or accept Amber. Not. This is what Amber fans not looking into. The future is a preacher's kid. Amen. She's going to Anthony. We saw that with his panic attack. It don't seem either one of them is willing to work this EP work or don't see anything. They don't right now. Who is this person? Lord, I hate a troll. It would have to be a redemption story. Exactly, like the book of Hosea. Come on now. Good morning to the chat. Please like the video. Thank you so much, Dena Collins. Linda, you might be on to something like Hosea's story. I'm telling you, because a lot of times we'll say Jesus ain't popping in these skits. But this Dalton storyline could be the ultimate Jesus is popping. You got PK kids involved. You got forgiveness involved. You got all that. And that's why I hate when people take clips of a person's life or clips of a person. Hold on, I got to get these folks out of here. Hold on, I have to get out my chat. People take clips of what's going on in these storylines and they jump to conclusions. Ain't even just started watching the skits this year, but you got an opinion. You don't have an opinion until you go back and look at all of it. I'm sorry, y'all. You cannot base somebody's today and not know their yesterday. That's why there's so much hate in the world right now. Well, Dave's feelings for Amber change when he starts losing business opportunities. Of course, Sarah. That's what people ain't looking at. Yes. Come on now. Waiting for the shoe to drop was like, come on now. It's a woman named Lillian Kay. She breaks it down like it does in the Bible. She hit with Bible verses. I've seen some of Lillian Kay stuff. I like her too. It ain't too many commentators out there that I don't like because they all give different opinions. But I just don't like when people come for me just because I see both sides of it. When you realize the Bible full of drama. Baby, who was you telling, D-Ray? Amen and amen again. Because I gave a long, when I first started watching the skits, I gave a long, it's one of my one of my biggest numbers. Because I said, Country Wayne, what's going on? That's when Libby and them were doing the old kind of misunderstanding was going on with them. And it looked like they might have, it was a lot going on. Amen. And I did a whole thing saying, is Jesus popping? Jesus is definitely popping. This is the typical story of redemption. And that's why I say some of these people out here who team Amber, we got to look at if the tables were reversed. These are some things that I've talked about. What if the tables were reversed and Anthony cheated 4 to 6 months before the wedding? I think it was more like 4. If Anthony woke up in row bed that morning and married Amber, would we be as forgiving because he was a good husband and faithful husband? If Amber would have got pregnant by Dalen, would we look at that differently? Think different, you guys. Think different. They not over. Even if they get divorced, Anthony and Amber are not over. And if you just jumped on this live, just like I tell y'all about the Anthony and Amber skits, listen to this message from the beginning. From the beginning. And then think different. I want both of them to be happy and healed apart. I do. I think that the Dalton's redemption story, in my opinion, it is. I think it's gonna be what no man put together, let no man put asunder. Every time Amber with Dave, she talking about Anthony. They nighttime, and why is y'all in the theater doing it all the time? Y'all do they ever go to the bedroom? Hey man, I seen them in the bedroom a couple times. Just like, they all over. They did Amber and them DNA all over that house. Exactly, generational wealth. You gotta look at this differently. Differently. There's a story behind the story. There's a story behind the story, you guys. It's not over. It's gonna get dirty. I want y'all to mark my words on that. Anthony about to get dirty. You go hate him, But some of y'all who Amber fans, y'all might hate her too. But at the end of the day, they story not over. It ain't over. And we know this make believe, but if it was real, to God says it's over. Sometimes we hurt the people we love the most. I'm gonna repeat that. Sometimes we hate the people we love the most. We dirty to the people we love the most. Because sometimes we see a reflection of ourselves in the mirror. We see a reflection of our past mistakes. We see a reflection of hurt and pain. Oh yeah, baby, Judge Judy would have threw it both out. Wait a minute, what did you do? Bring Judge Country Wayne. Bring Judge Judy out of retirement. Country Wayne, go find Judge Judy. If she's still in her right and sound mind, go get Judge Judy and let her be the judge of the divorce court. Go get that, what's that girl name? Tolliver. Go get her. Go get them real divorce court lawyers. And let's see how this thing turn out. See if they say the past don't count. Talking about Anthony and the money, that's all she talks about when she with Dave. That's why Aunt Dave. But did y'all see the remorse? Yeah, I watched it. Yeah, Suzette, go rewind the live. I watched it and I talked about it. But y'all, I'm telling you, this ain't over. This ain't over by a long shot. We gonna see a lot of dirty stuff. Amen. I'm not telling y'all not finna see it. Y'all finna see a side of Anthony. Y'all go hate him. Y'all go be pro-divorce. I'm already seeing a side of Amber. I don't like this new Amber. Because it's just more hurt on top of hurt. But she's done it before, y'all. She has done it. Judge Maybelline. Yes. Go get him out of retirement, Wayne. Let me see this. Eventually, Dave gonna get tired of him bringing up Anthony. Judge Judy was so unbiased. Baby, Judge Judy go give you what you need. Amen. With no filters. Judge Judy would tear up Amber and Anthony. She would rip them both to shreds. After she over with, they both would be on her. Amen. Judge Judy would rip this case from the rooter to the tutor. Both of them. And that's what y'all don't get who come to my page. Baby, I'm not advocating for neither one of them. I'm saying both of them wrong, both of them deserve grace, and both of them done dirt. Both. I'm team both of them. You can say both of them deserve grace, both of them deserve redemption, both of them dirty. Both. I'm team both. Amen. Yeah. I would like to call myself the Judge Judy of commentary. Because I'm going to tell you both sides. Both. Both. Yeah. And that's why I hate when they get in the comments. Well, what about when Anthony did this? Ain't nobody said nothing about what about that he was right. I ain't never said he was King Anthony like y'all King David. And you should have seen Facebook the next day. King David. David is the man of her dreams. David is the one and not the two. David is a good understanding. You know, I heard everything about Dave. Dave gonna hurt y'all little feelings. Tell him what I know. Because Dave still to this day ain't said, you ain't got to pay me for me helping you with your restaurant. Dave to this day got some on it. He got some on everything. And I was crunk too when he took her out and said, I'm tired of hiding. That didn't cost him a thing. How much money did it cost him to flaunt Amber? See, this is what y'all don't get. And I want y'all to listen carefully before I get off this live. My mama started hollering. Y'all, listen at me carefully. Dave thinks he is saving a damsel in distress. Look at the surveillance from last night in that theater room. Look at the surveillance from last night in that theater room. Dave think he is saving a damsel in distress whose husband cheated on her with her best friend and had a baby. That is Dave's mentality. Dave took her out there to flaunt her to say, you fumbled this queen and now she with this king. You a puppet, I'm a big dog. But if Dave had the full story, and I want y'all to drop it in the comments. Y'all tell me if I'm wrong. If Dave knew the full story, number one, would he still be with Amber? Number two, would he look at her differently? Number three, would he have fired Melissa? Would they even still be together if she would have told him in the beginning? She has basically made a fool out of Dave now. And I'm telling you, something telling me. Remember what Denanisha said about her baby daddy? She said he put his... I'm not saying... A part of me feel like Dave might be Denisha's baby daddy. But if it is, she said her baby daddy put hands on her. I'm telling you, King David, some finna... This man ain't talked about nothing about no marriage. He said, I got you. I got you could mean a lot. And I'm going back to what I said before. It's penitentiary talk. I got a homeboy right now in the penitentiary. Penitentiary, they got big dreams. They talk a good game. Amen. I've been saying this for months. They got penitentiary talk. Tell you which one to hear. Oh, you the greatest and just get married. And he ain't even said that part of the penitentiary talk. Y'all mark my words. And I want y'all to come back and click, share, and subscribe when it come out. I can see they getting physical to Amber, and if I could see that as well. If he was King David, he would walk away. He would tell her walk away with nothing. That morning after, he woke up saying, I feel like, he didn't say the word, I feel like I just won a championship. Why you feel like you just won a championship? At my expense? I want him to say, leave without the 50%. And even if he say that, and he say he got you, money-wise, tell that man the truth. Amber has a history. People say, oh, it ain't lying. She just ain't saying nothing. If you omit important information that would change someone's perception of who you are, that's a lie. You inadvertently lying. When you omit the truth, it's still a lie. Tell Dave the truth. Team Amber fans. Instead of being crunk about Anthony, be crunk that she tell him the truth and free her soul. Because that's always going to linger over Amber. If she don't tell the truth, it's going to backfire. Between Denanisha and Anthony, Denanisha know his good, bad, and ugly. She may not know that he's still in love with Amber like he is. And I think she even know that. Denanisha is there to be his friend. That's why they did the little handshake thing this morning. She the 2026 PRA. I repeat, Denanisha is the 2026 PRA, basically. With some benefits on the side. I'm finna go, y'all. But again, all I do is ask y'all, think different. This story ain't over, and it's not one-sided. Those of you who think, oh, Amber done won already, get your popcorn ready. It ain't over. It ain't over by a long shot. This thing just getting started. And whoever Jeffrey is, you are not blocked. You're now blocked and your days released. Melissa have a bigger revenge for Amber and David because we haven't seen her. I believe it. Well, I'll talk to y'all later, y'all. And if you just jumped on this live, please listen to this live from beginning to end. And hopefully you will understand my commentary and where I'm coming from a little bit better. Thank y'all and have a blessed day. Wish me luck on my garage sale.